Redskins and the London Black Knights. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for the visiting Redskins, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they could be well set up for the rest of the year.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in 2019 from Ohio State. It's Dwayne Haskins. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Redskins send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who'll be calling the plays under center.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And Myers has it over the middle. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Rush in. Get it.
Looking to throw. Vaughn. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 3rd down, Bellamy. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 24. Haskins, it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was a 3rd-round pick, not rounds 1 or 2, but this franchise, they think he can be something with time.
There were a few teams that thought he would go in the 1st round, late in the 1st round. He ends up sliding to the 3rd. So a lot of teams think now maybe this group got a steal. They've got a chance to have a really good player here if he can develop.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's a look at the starters defensively for Washington. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back to throw. Vaughn firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
70, Indy. Rock it. Snap.
To throw on 2nd down. Vaughn, throw left side, complete. It's Myers. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 45-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And to give this time to the tailback. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd down. On 3rd down, Vaughn. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Oh, it stays up. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run it now out of the gun. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Right here.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
I'm ready.
50, Max, 50. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
No. 61. Matchbox lights. 5.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Vaughn. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. On second down now, Bellamy. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first and 10, Vaughn. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Big hit all day. Sack City. Sack City.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw. Vaughn. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
That is caught inside the 5. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second down, Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Check 59.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now it's Haskins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stone.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Redskins on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Haskins back to the air. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. On 2nd down, Johnson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Redskins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. To throw on 2nd down. Vaughn over the middle, complete. It's Logan. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Vaughn throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset. On first down, Vaughn. Open man there, that's Bellamy. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Vaughn got his man complete over the middle. That's Logan. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 22-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the gun on third down. Vaughn to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first.
It's a foot race. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how it... And oh, it coughed it up! And the Redskins scoop it. And some room to work. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first, this one from 38. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Bellamy. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Go! 60 Pittsburgh. 5.
To throw on second down. Vaughn. And he's got this complete to Bellamy. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because You've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough...
And touchdown! A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
From the gun on 3rd down. Haskins going to throw right side here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down. And they'll run it here. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now they try the right side here. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Haskins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Vaughn over the middle, complete. It's Myers. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 80 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. A drive there of just 4 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for up here at back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. From the 30 on second down, Haskins. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Haskins now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Third down, here's Haskins. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down, and they're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Gathers to watch the tape. They're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
You don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Let's put him on the bunches.
Get it.
On third down, Whitlock. And he's going to get on 1st and 10. The 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Vaughn. And he'll be taken down, but not down here. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they have scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively, kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you. And a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the...
Sometimes you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat. There is the 13th play of the drive. Proves to be unlucky.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Haskins will throw it. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Haskins. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Single, slot.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, now Haskins. And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Let's go deep, Tyson.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Haskins. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now Haskins to throw it. And it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had it.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from this. Six to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Sims. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Let's go, boys, let's go!
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, a one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Here's Haskins to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. 17 yards that time, and a Washington first. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Back to throw. Haskins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Haskins. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry